I think that's ultimately what Tyrants need to be looking at here. If they expect to win the individual team fights that's there, they need to be pushing objectives after, and to push objectives you need to have waves in your favor as well.
The only thing that I don't quite understand is that we've seen how terrible, how scary Harley can be, right? But there's still no ban.
The Harley's not going to get banned away because I think Kagura and Lancelot, well, this time Grok is being banned away. I wonder if Tyrants will say, okay, we'll take Zask, because Zask has Zask is getting removed as well. Fanny's open. The most banned, so Fanny's gonna be there.
We're gonna get her.
Okay.
It really is a game of tic-tac-toe, right? There isn't that many options within the bands, and especially that first pick, so that's gonna come through.
It's okay, we'll just wait for Moonton to overly buff someone, then we have a new hero to add to the pick ban pool.
We'll see if things change when Gosen appears. However, I don't think so he's going to be top tier as well.
No, I think Gosen maybe not yet.
Not yet. Tyrants this time around says, we want Jawhead again.
They must be experimenting with Jawhead though.
I wonder what is this fantastic combo that you're confident in trying to do.
Just you wait though, last pick Angela.
I like how Gosen appears here. Unfortunately, he cannot be picked. So that's just, you know, showing us his portrait at this point.
Well, do you think Gosen actually looks like Alucard quite a bit?
No, you know who he reminds me of? Did you ever watch Yu-Gi-Oh?
A little bit.
I forgot his name. The arch rival. With the blue eyes white dragon. Do you know who?
I'm sure somebody in chat will
Someone
get a
in chat,
reference.
but he looks like the guy that has the blue eyes white dragons card. I forgot his name. It's been so long since I watched it.
Oh yes, we are going to see Obby's Odette there. So I like this adaptation.
Quite solid.
I think this is a better adaptation than their first draft that's coming through. IDNS SG has had this same exact draft come in for them again. I do not agree with the Earthel pick.
Why not?
I want to see Yishun Shin.
Oh, we've seen how scary.
I want to see the Yishun Shin. Yeah, come on.
Alright, there we go.
We've seen this very, very scary lineup. I mean, LY4, he's very heavily protected, but he's just shooting away behind, getting kills.
He's a very smart player.
Yeah.
He knows how to play the map as well as the micro game. He's always either just outside of team fight, making sure that he's safe. That's there. It is a good adaptation, especially against an Odette. So you can channel up to make sure that she is hit with the power arrow that comes through in the end. I don't know, Peach.
I think Iridial would have been a much scarier pick. Her damage.
So is this going to be a win for Tyrant, or is it going to be IDNS SG once again?
I'm going to leave it to IDNS.
IDNS SG?
I think it's IDNS, but I kind of want to see Tyrant work their lineup.
So you're going to change your prediction from 1-1 to 2-0.
Yeah.
That's basically what's happening. You're going to take your prediction back now?
I'm
looking at
I don't know what to do. What's wrong with Tyrant? They're doing so well, you know. So I mean, I still hope that Tyrant, with this lineup, I think they can do much better. But then again, whether or not they can suppress the aggression by IDNS.
That will be coming up to the execution in the end. I think in terms of drafting, it looks most solid on the IDNS SG side, but there is that slightly higher risk, higher reward. I want to see how this Jawhead really performs, because Jawhead being new and then now being picked for the second game in a row, it would seem like they have confidence that that is clearly a game-winning choice. I want to see how well it's going to be executed.
Okay.
Well, I'm interested to see Lapu Lapu.
Lapu Lapu always has pretty good gameplay coming in from there.
Yeah, so that'll be quite interesting. I mean, they've already removed Angela. Lapu Lapu comes in, and Fanny with Jawhead. I think that's going to be quite interesting. Pretty solid.
Right. Well, for those of you all who are wondering and want to communicate with us, you can communicate through the Facebook chat, where you can talk to female Faraz.
Yes, Faraz.
You can talk to Faraz, or to Misudo, or to Peach. That's there. I have not seen anybody specifically respond to the Yu-Gi-Oh reference yet.
Yeah, no one yet. Just
Everyone must be too young.
Oh.
Well, I mean, old. I remember watching Yu-Gi-Oh every single day before school or on TV.
What happened to your name, Faraz?
Oh.
No, I told you that was my female name. Yes, that was my
You're
female
in drag. Is that
Yeah.
what?
Oh,
Right.
You gotta do it all the way. It's gotta be the name, the look, the voice, the costume, and
all in, right?
all in. You have to go all in.
I
It's
like-
either cosplay or you don't cosplay.
Maybe I should try cosplaying the next time.
See, who are you going to cosplay into?
I don't
Like, are you
know.
going to like gender bend and do
No,
a male cosplay?
you know what would be awesome? I would love to see you guys cosplay as Ikuto and Lin. And do an Ikuto and Lin impersonation.
For those of you who are watching who don't know who these people are, they are the Malay casters on the Malaysian channel.
And if you guys didn't know, they are amazingly funny.
Yes. We were just walking around with a watermelon yesterday. Like, do you want some watermelon? But I see a lot of people actually talking about the code actually. So I think some of them, they don't really know what's happening. It's not that EGG is giving out expired codes, but if someone
You need to
already
be quick.
got it, yeah, then you won't have the code anymore. So you gotta fight, gotta be fast. So here we have
You gotta
the
fight
game.
for first blood. Sorry, Peach, to cut you off. I gotta say right now, I'm gonna TP back to base, and then once
Okay.
the match is finished, I'll come back. So I'm gonna leave you guys to
Right.
it.
See
See you for us. On the blue side, this time around, it's going to be Tyrants, and on the red side is IDNS SG. Turtle will be spawning on the bottom side this time around, and already what a strong invade. My word.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, we got someone who said, you know, was it Seto?
Seto Kabai is the one with the...
Blue
Yeah,
eyes.
there we go.
Right, okay. So, Mr. Vi Akai, you know, I need to meet Mr. Vi, I think. When will I be able to see him? I love his Rafaela.
I believe that is going to be on the last week where they will be here in the studio, so stay tuned for that one.
For aggressive gameplay coming from Fanny, but a bit surprised as to why she's not soloing. A bit of a difference in strategy this time around, 2-1-2 instead of 3-1-1. Aggression, IDNS.
I mean, back up top, Fanny as well, bouncing around with the team on the other side there. Not quite bringing everybody else down. This is also because you have two tanks way up to the front. Fanny needed to go back away there. That just means they're going to be able to push out the wave and be a little bit extra safe. It looks like they will be going back as well. One thing I've noticed about the Singaporean teams is that the moment they are a little bit low or they don't have the advantage, it's that they do go back to base. And the Malaysian teams tend to overextend and to stay there, hoping to get that one extra, minion for the extra goal. Singaporean teams tend to play the safer route and to come back into lanes. It's not like it takes that long to get back into lanes.
But you do miss out quite a bit. Sometimes I like to...
High loss, potentially going to go down. The high loss goes down again as the first blood. This seeming like deja vu. In the end, Tyrants now Saiyan does not find the anchor to the steel cable, does get taken down, and very quick lead, 3-0 here, IDNS SG. Coming out the gates, running.
About 2k goal lead. Things are not looking very good for Team Tyrant. Turtle is up though. I'm pretty sure IDNS will be going pretty shortly. Lapu Lapu is just farming away. Okay, what do you think? If Tyrants should secure the turtle or not?
I think they will be securing the turtle now, but normally what happens is that they do wait and see where each of the members are within lanes. They're looking at the map first before they attempt to go into it. It looks like there was a potential turtle take and the fight did break out from there. We see Yushin Shin now being able to show everybody else onto the map. Oh, the pushback does come through, but not enough damage coming in the end as Saiyan a little bit low. Yishun Shin takes it away, so LY for putting his name onto the board there as well. It looks like potentially going to come down in the end. Tean needs to be cautious. Very aggressive does come out. Yishun Shin gets the kill credit for that one. And Tean jumps back and hats all the way back into safety. 5-0 so far, a perfect game for them. And a 3,000 goal lead to start things off is pretty damn good.
I think this will go down quite fast. What do you think?
Based on their aggression and the amount of kills that they are picking up, it looks like that's going to be the case. But Jawhead steals away Turtle.
That's a really good one.
Well, because
we've
Belmont
seen-
did not have his ultimate.
Yeah, we've seen Hayabusa steal yesterday. Today we have Jawhead. So for those of you who actually
Oh,
doubted,
LY4 needs to be cautious about this. Oh, does start off the ultimate in the end as Saiyan needed to steal cable away. Does not find that one last hit that's required. Jawhead coming up to the top now. Does not find it in the end. Will the toss back come through? LY4, will he be able to come back in return? Does got the tower range there. Akai will stop him in its tracks, but not enough. Harley WQXD now trying to find the lone survivor in the end. Cards does stop it from going back. The onion ring does get tossed out and the panda jumps on it.
that was a great play by Jawhead. I mean, even though Jawhead went down, but I think
It was a
he
good
did
attempt.
really well.
Very good
yeah,
attempt.
he did really well. If only backups were there, I'm pretty sure Jawhead would have survived and they might have been able to take down one hero at least.
That definitely would have been a possibility for them. We are seeing that back up top, Yishun Shin is already pushing down the tower down to that last 10%. It looks like they will be able to bring it down this time around. In the bottom side here, we'll be able to dash in. Rafaela does come through in the end using the ultimate. Belmont secures the next kill, 7-0. And WQXD decides to go on a bit more. On that turns out her ultimate, but it's not enough. The fried ring of death is there. Lapu Lapu comes to WQXD, is trapped in there, but looks like they will manage to escape out. Rafaela's additional heal and movement speed boost will be enough. The ultimate does get thrown out. Will Jawhead succumb to it? No, it will not. They should be able to back away relatively safely from this 8-0, that bottom turret, just for them to be taken away.
They should ban Harley! Ban Harley! I mean, yeah, another easy turret down by Yishun Shin. He's always protected. I like the strategy of IDNS, you know. They go for team fights, but at the same time, Yishun Shin doesn't really waste his time and then try to bring turrets down, split push, baiting, distraction and all that. Tyrant seems to be a little bit scattered. I don't know how.
I think a little bit is an understatement. They seem extremely scattered. At this point, it's as if they are watching themselves play and not actually playing the game. They seem a little bit disjointed in terms of what exactly they're trying to execute. For instance, like this, what is the point of having 4 members at mid?
I guess they're just waiting for the Lord. This Lord was already up, you know, at any time so that they
Then
can go
shouldn't
and
you be
push.
securing like the river area already like this, like waiting out within the bush? They do find Lapu Lapu, does get slowed out there. We usually see Yishun Shin's ultimate does come down. WQXD being charged away by Jawhead there, but that's not the worst enemy to be having out there. Fanny destroys the the top turret in the end, but WQXD is still wailing on the enemy, now taking on Hylos as well. Lord does get secured in all of the fighting that's there. And now we see Rafaela moving forward, does come back with the slow. The mega kill comes through for Harley and still more kills coming out for Yishun Shin. That's going to be the bottom 2 turrets that will be quite easily taken away. Belmont going all the way up top will be able to stop Saiyan away from this. Steel Cable will manage to help her away, but isn't exactly what you're looking for when the next turret's going to be taken. That's 4 members now that's going to be there. They should be able to back away from this with Lord now trailing down into middle lane. It looks like this may be a pre-10-minute game.
I think Tyrants actually changed his strategy already. So look at how Fanny actually just continued pushing the lane even though she knows that the bottom lane was being wrecked.
The thing is, that's the best thing that she can do, because just having an additional Fanny there is not going to be necessarily all that helpful. Lord already taking a bit of damage. WQXD is there waiting in the fray. Hopefully it's going to be enough. Jason Cole does go in for the initial engage, but does not find the ultimate target, does dissuade them away from the turret, which means that they are going to go into the base now already. Jason Code does get tossed back, does get brought down a little bit low. Rafaela trying his very best to heal it all away. Now a dead, perfect timing on the ultimate. Will be able to stop it out. Hylos gets the kill credit on that one, but Rafaela ends up with 2 kills. Fanny trying to clean it all away, but WQXD is back there again. Does head forward. Cards will be good enough to stop it away. And just like that, we also see that the minions are winning up in the top lane as well.
Oh, this is bad.
This looks like the end of it. It looks like it's going to be a sub 10-minute game. They're trying their best to bring it down. It will be 9 minutes on the clock, even faster than before. Unfortunately, not a perfect game. They do lose two deaths that's there. But Rafaela gets the MVP, 3-0 and 10 in the end. 9 minutes and 5 seconds. Wow.
Judging by Mr. Rai's gameplay, his build it's very tank. It's a tank build, but at the same time he's very aggressive. But it does give him the extra edge to be out there and to bait. You know, like I hit you, don't you want to come to me? You know,
Yeah.
easy kill, Rafaela. So I guess